Hello there to all my credit repair followers and Facebook friends. Once again, it's your boy, it's your friend, the credit doctor, Angelo McCutcheon, coming to you with another live video on how to repair your credit. And we're just going to give some people some time to log on before we go into what we're going to talk about. We're going to keep teaching today. We taught yesterday, and I want to finish that teaching today. Vincent, my brother, how you doing, Vin? Welcome to the 700 Club, too. Welcome to the 700 Club. Brother Austin Wells is in the house. Thank you guys for logging on. We're going to do some teaching today on credit. We started yesterday, and I just want to finish it up. Of course, if you have any questions, you can post them, and we'll answer the questions. But make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you like and share the video. And then when you share it, just type in a comment, I shared it. So other people can get this information, can get the help. We're going to be talking about why you should stop paying debt collectors before they can actually, prove that you owe them the debt. Sister Kelly Brown, thanks for logging on. Now, my videos are interactive. So I need you guys to, interact with me. So we always ask when you first come on to like and share the video. And then when you share it, even if you don't stay on long, when you share it, just type in, I shared it. Sister Finley, just giving people time to come on. Sister Liz Black is in the house. Thank you guys for logging on. Sister Finley, how you doing? Just like and share the video. We ask everybody that comes on, just like and share the video. And then just type in a comment, I shared it. 2 words or 3 words, I shared it. Because we need to know that people are being interactive with us. Brother Mark Giles, thanks for logging on. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Give some more people time to come on. But I need you guys to like and share the video. Share it. Just do me a favor. This is important for my Facebook Live, especially with Facebook looking and all that good stuff. They need to know that people who watch these videos are very interactive. And it gives us more play. Thank you, Tamara Finley, for sharing it. I got about 5 more other people coming in through here. Even if you don't stay, just share the video. Type in a comment, I shared it. We need you to be interactive. We're going to give some good information today. We're going to talk to you about why you should stop paying debt collectors before they can prove you owe them the debt. Brother Aaron Reynolds is in his house. Thanks for logging on, my brother. Eldon Ramsey, thanks for logging on. I need you guys to like and share the video so we can move on and start talking. You need to like and share the video. And then you need to let me know you shared the video by just typing in the comment, I shared it, or shared, however you want to put it. I shared it or shared, because I need my audience to be interactive. Even if you don't stay on long, just share the video, type in, I shared it. And we're going to get you bring you some important information. Now, on yesterday, we talked about, what is a credit report, who's able to look at your credit report, what information is in your credit report. We talked about a few things like that. We're teaching today. Again, we're teaching because eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to talk to you guys who are business owners or entrepreneurs, and how to build business credit. We're going to get to that point, but there's a lot of things before we can get there that we want to help you guys out with. And please don't forget to give me some hearts or some thumbs up. The more hearts and thumbs up you give me, the more love Facebook gives me. So I need all the hearts just rolling up. I need the thumbs up rolling up. So quickly, we left off on yesterday on what information is in your credit report, right? So let's talk about, we talked to you yesterday about the errors and the mistakes that these credit bureaus make. Pastor Stowe, thanks for logging on. Thanks for logging on, my brother, longtime friend. Please like and share the video. Okay, so today we're going to talk about, as I said, we're going to talk about debt collectors, right? Because a lot of debt collectors are hounding people. I mean, hounding people. People are afraid to answer their phones because of debt collectors and bill collectors calling them. People are, disguising their voices and, all that good stuff. And people are changing their numbers just to get away from debt collectors, right? And you shouldn't have to do that. You should not have to do that. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing the video. You really shouldn't have to do that. And because of that, we want to educate you and let you know that there are laws out there that protects you, the consumer, from these debt collectors. But first of all, who are debt collectors, right? Who are debt collectors? Can anybody tell me, come on, we got to be interactive. Do anybody know who debt collectors are? If you know what a debt collector are, if you know what a debt collector is, just type in, I know. I need to know how many people know what a debt collector is. If you don't know what a debt collector is, or you're not sure, type in, I don't know. So if you know what a debt collector is, type in the comments, I know. And if you don't know who they are or not sure, just type in, I don't know. I need to know how many people know, because if there are people who don't know, we need to explain. But if everybody know, we can just move on and do what we need to do. So thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Vincent. That's what I'm talking about. We got to be interactive here. So, thank you, Mark. Thank you for your response. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, so debt collectors are people or companies who go around and they buy people's debt. And they buy their debt for pennies on a dollar, and then they go after you for the full amount. Right? It is, of course, $1 million business, right? There's millions of dollars made in debt collections, right? So companies or a person could be a debt collector, and all they do is they go around to Capital One, First Premier, any of these lenders, and they ask them, do you have any debt that you've written off or bad debt that you've charged off? And then they will buy them for pennies on a dollar. For, let's just use an example, Capital One has a debt has a bill, and they says, listen, we can't collect from this consumer. So a debt collector will come and say, okay, this bill is $5,000. We'll pay $100 for that $5,000 debt. And then Capital One will sell it to them, and then that debt collector will go after you for that whole $5,000. So you see how they make their money? They buy it for pennies on a dollar, and then they go after you, and then that's when they start calling you. That's when they start harassing you. That's when they start sending things in the mail, trying to get you to pay real quick before they can validate that they actually owe the debt. Those are the debt collectors. And they have companies. There are people who do it out of their homes. There are people who do it out of offices. There are big debt collection companies. There are small ones. But guess what? There are laws out there that protect you even from them. There's a law out there called the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, FDCPA for short. And in that law, it tells you what debt collectors can do and what they can't do. It lets you know what you can do and what you can't do. So let's give an example for myself. When I was cleaning up my credit over 10 years ago, when I had horrible credit. When I first started cleaning up my credit, after being denied for so many things, because I had bad credit. Most of you guys know my story, right? Having bad credit. But I studied the law, the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, and then there's another law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And that law is about the original creditors, but I want to just focus on the debt collectors today. And so one of the things that debt collectors do, thank you, Bishop Burroughs for logging on. Make sure I need you guys to like and share the video. And then type in, I shared it. It's important. Give me some love, give me some hearts so Facebook can keep this thing going. Right? And we can reach more people with this information. But it has to be interactive in order for that to work. So debt collectors, right? They buy low, sell high, then they go after you for the money. They aggravate you. They try to make you pay before you know what your rights are. They tell you sometimes they're gonna send you to jail. They're gonna have police officers come and arrest you on your job. Has anybody ever got a call or voicemail from a debt collector saying we're going to send the police to your home or to your job? Or if you know of anyone who ever told you that they had that type of phone call, again, I want you to know I know someone, or it was me. If you know, and listen, I had that phone call, so let me be the first one to share. I had plenty of those phone calls, in the beginning before I knew what my rights were. And they telling me they're going to send the cops to my job or to my house. Thanks, Kelly, for responding. So if you know of anyone, or if it's yourself, that wanted to, got a message from a debt collector saying they're going to send you to jail, or anything like that, just type in, yes, I know someone, or that was me. Right? Thanks, Lady V, the wifey is on there, giving the hearts and the loves. Thanks for logging on. Right? And we're teaching today. Carl Potter, I know you want to come on live, but right now I'm teaching. If you have a question, please type it in, and I'll be glad to answer your question. But I want to get through this teaching, because I'm not going to be on here long. And if you want to come on another time when it's really interactive, I would definitely love to have you come on. Right, but we're teaching today, and I want to get through this teaching, right? Because there's a lot of information I want to get through. Thanks, Lady V, for sharing. All right. Jackie, thanks for logging on. Hit that share button. Hit that. Thanks, Mark, for responding. Yes. Right. So they'll do things like that because they want to scare you into paying them before you know your rights. Let me say this again. Debt collectors say things like that, and even though it's a violation of your rights when they tell you that, right? It is a violation of your rights when they tell you that, but they tell you that to scare you into paying the bill before you know what your rights are, right? So it's important that we understand the process. We understand what the law that protects us, right? So now when those debt collectors are calling you, right? When we're calling you, and it's like, how do I get them to stop calling my home? They're constantly calling me. Well, there is some help. There is a law. So instead of you changing your number to get away from them, instead of you not, telling your kids not, well, they don't do that now because they're calling our cell phones, but instead of you just, ignoring them, thanks, Bishop, for sharing. Mm-hmm. God bless you too, my brother Carl. Mm-hmm. Here is what you need to know about that, how you can stop them from actually calling you or sending you letters to your home. Right? So the law says, and I'm going to read something from the law, right? And it's in called Evidence of Wrongdoing, the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, and it is number 805. And it says communication in connection with a debt collection. All right, and so here's basically what the law says. I'm going to paraphrase it for you for the sake of doing this teaching, because I really want to teach today. So the law says that debt collectors do have the right, without the absence of knowledge, to call your home in connection with a debt anytime between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. All right? 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. They have the right, without the absence of knowledge, listen to my words, without the absence of knowledge, they have the right to call your house between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. We got that? Give me some thumbs up if everybody got that. Just give me some thumbs up if everybody got that. All right, I need some thumbs up just for that. Jason Moody, thanks for logging on, my brother. All right. Anybody else got that? All right, so debt collectors do have the right without the absence of knowledge. Thank you. All right, there we go. Here we go. To call your house between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Now, here is what the law gives you. Here is your rights. And this is the good part. Elaine, thanks for logging on. I need you guys to like and share the video. Type in the comments, I shared it. Right? Just when you come on, we're interactive here. Just type in like and share it, then just type in the comments, I shared it, all right? And we're talking back and forth now. We're communicating. I'm teaching today. I'm really teaching. I'm in my teaching mode, right? Because I really want you to be educated when it comes down to credit, how to repair your credit, how to deal with debt collectors, and all that good stuff. Joan, thanks for sharing it. I appreciate it. All right. Thumbs up and hearts are always accepted, right? Because that helps us with Facebook, right? The more you send those up, the more it helps us out to reach more people, right? So here's what the law says. When they do that, stop. Don't tell them to say that, Lady P. Sean, thanks for sharing it. Right. So here's what the law says when it comes to debt collectors calling your cell phone. I would say house, but everybody got cell phones now, so it's the same principle. So they have the right to call you between 8 and 9 p.m. without the absence of knowledge. But then the law says now you have the right to tell a debt collector, the only time I want you to call me is between whatever time you give them, and let's just say for an example, 1 to 2 p.m. Once you tell a debt collector that the only time you want them to call you is between 1 and 2 p.m., that's the only time they can call you. If they call you any time outside of that, it is a violation of your rights, and you can sue them. All you have to do is document it, and you can sue them. That law doesn't care whether you're home from 12 to 1, don't care whether you're home or not. If you tell them that, that's the only time that they can call you. And then the law says, they go even a step further. If you don't want them to call you at all, put it in a letter. Or you can tell them over the phone, but it's more beneficial to put it in a letter. But you can't tell them on the phone, I do not want you guys to call me anymore. And once you tell them that, if anybody in that office calls you after you let them know that, or you send it in the mail, send it certified mail, so they'll know when you got it, when they received it, it becomes a violation. And guess what? For every violation of that right, they have to pay you, if you sue them in court and you win, $500 every time they called you after you told them not to call you. All you got to do is document it, get you a lawyer, sue them, or you can actually sue them in court yourself, right? But if you win your case, it's $500 for every phone call they made after you told them not to call you anymore. Did you know that? If you knew that, just type in, I knew that. If you didn't know that, say, wow, I didn't know that. Come on, we got to be interactive. Thanks for the thumbs. Thanks for the hearts up. If you knew that one little information, type in, I knew that. If you didn't know that, type in, wow, I didn't know that. Yep, you can get $500 for every violation. Now, that could add up to a lot of money. Add up to a lot of money. Now, when I first started out, thank you, Bishop. Thank you. Elaine, thanks for your response to that. Thank you. Sean, wow. Thank you. Joan, wow. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Vincent, wow. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. That's the deal. And it's a reality, right? Lady V said, you taught me that. Absolutely. Mark said, wow, I didn't know that. That is so true. You can get $500 for every phone call they make after that. Now, they know that. You can use that $500, Bishop. I know that's right. Veronica, yes, $500. Yes, Carl, we'll get together. We'll get together. We'll definitely get together on that because we need to share this information. Like Barbara said, wow, I didn't know that. Absolutely. You can get 5. And listen, I have a lawyer, and I'll say this, who works with my company. He doesn't work for my company, but he works with my company, right? And he's a consumer lawyer. And we have been able in the last 2 years, we have been able to get debt collectors to pay our clients a total amount of over $40,000 because they were violating their rights in many capacities. Over $40,000 were paid out to our clients in the last 2 years because of the work that we do with our company. So not only do we clean up people's credit, but when we see violations, we get your money back for that, right? So I'm telling you what I know, not what I'm guessing, you know. I'm not new to this. As somebody once said, I'm true to this, right? I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, right? And so we know what the law says and how to use the law, you know, to help you out. And this is what it's all about. Right, helping you out. And here's the thing, debt collectors know that. They know that, and many times they will stop calling you the minute you send them that letter. They will, but there are some that keep going because they think you don't know your rights, and they don't think you know that you can sue them, right? And now you know. Now you know, and we need to spread that word. We need to spread that word. That's why you got to like and share this video. Like and share this video. Like and share. Sometimes I talk fast, so I got to slow down. You know, sometimes I talk fast, so I got to slow down. So I have so much information I be trying to get out sometimes. Right? So, you know, sometimes I got to just back up and slow down. Right? So it is important. And again, all you guys who are coming in, like and share the video. Type in the comments, I shared it. Because the more you say I shared it, the more you shared it, the more Facebook allows me to reach more people. The more thumbs up you give me, the more hearts you give me, the more Facebook allows me to reach more people. So I need to know that you guys are interactive so I can keep doing this. That's why when I ask you to say I shared it, type in I shared it. Share it in and say it. When I ask for your response, I need you to respond back because Facebook is watching. They need to know that what I'm giving is great information and the people are responding back. So that's all. That's why you're going to hear me tell you that you got to be interactive, right? So that's, and listen, again, when I started out, now, before I knew about this part, when I first started out over 10 years ago, I just applied the law. I used to have phone calls from debt collectors, up to like 5-7 phone calls from different debt collectors a day. You know, I went through that whole process of telling my kids, tell them I'm not home, or picking up the phone by mistake and have to change my voice. Said, no, I'm not Angela. I went through that, right? I went through that. I'll be transparent. I went through that. Then when we got the caller IDs, now we're talking 10 years ago now, with the caller IDs and you knew it was a debt collector, you was like, I'm not even picking that up, right? But after I started getting this information, you know what I went? And I used to get like 7 to 8 different collectors calling me a day. But when I started sending out those letters, within 2 months, I went from 7 debt collectors a day to 0. They stopped calling me just because I applied what the law said were my rights. And you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. So I want to give you that information when it comes to debt collectors. Now, something else I want to talk to you about debt collectors. And those of you who may be coming on a little bit late, please, when I upload the video, go back and watch it from the beginning. Because you might have missed some information that, you know, I'm in teaching mode today. I'm in teaching mode. I taught a little bit yesterday. I'm kind of teaching a little bit more today because I want you to get this information, all right? So please, if you're just logging on, like and share the video and then type in I shared it. Barbara, thanks for saying I shared it, right? Even if you're watching this as a replay and you hear me say, like and share the video and then type in I shared it because I'm going to go back on and watch it, right? And I'm going to answer any questions I was not able to answer. So even if you have a question, I don't get to it, I'm going to come back after this is over within the few hours or next day and go back over the video and answer any questions that I missed. And I want to see some of you guys who wasn't on saying I shared it, I didn't know, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so I see some questions in there. I'm hopefully get back before this video is over and answer some of these questions before that. But whatever question I don't answer, I'll come back and answer it under the question that you asked. All right, so don't think I'm ignoring you or anything like that. Please don't. I'm just in teaching mode, and I want to get this teaching out. Okay, so One thing they can't do now, even though the law gives them the right to call you between 8 and 9 p.m., they can't harass you, which means that if they're calling you more than 4 times a day, let's just say you didn't send out no letters, but they were calling you at least 4 times a day, guess what? That's a violation of your rights too. Guess what? They can be sued for that too. Guess what? You can get $500 for that too. But here's something else. Let me just throw something else on top of that. If you take them to court, if you get a lawyer and you take them to court and you sue them, and the judge finds that they was just doing it maliciously, that they got your letter to stop, but they just did it on purpose, the law says it can go from $500 to $1,500 per violation if the judge deemed that they was just being malice. You can go from getting $500 per phone call to $1,500 per phone call. Yep. So listen, there are laws out there to protect you. It's just that the government don't send these laws to your house. But they are out there, and we need to educate as many people as possible about their rights. And that's why I tell people that you don't have to live with bad debt. You do not have to live with bad debt. There is something you can do about it. All right, so let's move on. I'm in teaching mode, so I'm rolling. I see some of the questions. Trust me, I'm going to get back to you. I see it. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just in teaching mode, all right? Now, when people are looking at their credit report, some people say, how do I get my credit report fixed? You know, how do I do this? Well, guess what? One of the things you have to understand is, one of the things that the law says that, well, how can I put this? Because some people tend to think, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday on yesterday's video, so you want to go back to my yesterday's video, I've been a little bit more descriptive. All right, but I want to again thank everyone for logging on. Please like and share the video. Please like and share the video, and to type in I shared it, right? Give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up. I got to do a temperature check. Right. So here's some of the things that the law says speaks. Well, let me talk about something else, right? Yesterday I was referring to errors being on your credit report. Errors. Well, do you know that the law says that when they did a study on the credit bureaus, they found so much, they found a lot of mistakes. And I want to read what the government wrote when their study back in, I believe it was 2012, 13, something like that. Right? So here's what they wrote. Mark, thanks for sharing again. That's what's up, my brother. That's what's up, right? And this is why I tell people it's not a matter of what's on your credit report. I mean, it is a matter of what's on there, but it's not a matter of what you owe. It's a matter of what they are reporting. So the law is saying, one, to this, it's not whether you owe the debt or not. And I'm paraphrasing the law, right? But the law says everything that goes on your credit report has to be 100% accurate. So let me say it again. The law, and I'm paraphrasing the law, basically says they don't care whether you owe the debt or not. That's not what the law is stating. But the law is stating that whatever goes on your credit report has to be 100% accurate, meaning your name has to be spelled right, the account number has to be right, the balance has to be right, any late payments has to be correct, when the account was open has to be correct, the name of the company that you owe has to be, everything has to be 100% accurate, not 99, not 50, not 30, it has to be 100% accurate. And do you know why the law says that? Because a lot of people will say, well, you know what? I had a Capital One, so yeah, I do owe that. I know they got me on my credit report. I do, and I get that a lot. You know, I get a lot of clients that be like, well, you know what? That I did open up a First Premier account. I did have that account. I did have that account. Yes, I did. But the issue is not whether you have the account. The issue is, do you know for a fact that everything they're reporting is accurate? And I guarantee you don't know if everything they're reporting is accurate. So the law says you have the right to make them prove everything they're putting on your credit report. Now, let me read what the law, let me just follow up with this and what the law says. So again, this is their finding, not my finding, this is their finding. And it says the major credit report accuracy finding of errors survey. Listen to this now. Listen. I need you to listen. Keep giving me the thumbs up. Keep giving me the heart so we can reach more people. But listen to this. 29% from the government, 29% of the credit reports contain serious errors, false delinquencies, or accounts that did not belong to the consumer. 41% of credit reports contain personal, demographic identifying information that was misspelled, long outdated, belonged to a stranger, or was otherwise incorrect. 20% of the credit reports were missing major credit, loan, mortgage, or other consumer accounts that demonstrated the credit worthiness of the consumer. Altogether, the government said 70%. That's a lot. I want everybody to type in 70%. Just type in so I know that you're with me. Type it. Before I finish reading that, I need everybody to type in 70%. I got about 50 listeners right now, and I need the majority of you to type in 70%. Just type in the word 70%. All right, I got to do a temperature check to make sure you guys are still with me. Just type in 70% in the comment. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Mark. Thanks, Jasmine. Thanks, Tamara. Thanks, Bishop. Thanks, Lady V. Thanks. See, now I gotta say either your first or your last name. Grant. Thanks, Edwin. Edwin shared it. Thank you. Thanks, Barbara. 70%. Terry, 70%. All right, good. That's great. Thank you. I know you guys are still with me. All right. So check this out. All together, Edwin, thank you. 70%. 70% of the credit reports contain either serious errors or other mistakes of some kind. End quote. And these mistakes are causing people to end up with bad credit that is of no fault of their own. And you're being charged high interest rates because of these errors. You're being asked to put down big down payments because of these errors. So even the government acknowledges that up to 70% of things are contained, or 70% of credit reports, totality, has errors. So I'm sure you can pull your credit report and find some errors on yours, because I always find them on mine. So again, I'm teaching today. I'm in teaching mode today right now, because I want to help somebody. I'm in teaching mode. I want somebody to leave this Facebook Live saying, you know what? I don't have to live with bad debt. I can get my credit fixed. I can repair this. I now can deal with debt collectors. I can tell them to go kick rocks. I don't have to be afraid of them. I don't have to be changing my cell phone number every other month because they keep calling me. I now know what to do. So, 70% of errors. Now, if that doesn't let you know that, hey, I need to start fixing my credit. I know there's some errors. And if I don't know there's errors, Jackie, thanks for logging on, Jack. It's my spiritual daughter there. Thanks for logging on. Like and share the video. And then just type in, I shared it. That's what we asking everybody to do. Like and then share it. And then type in the comments, I shared it. Okay, so this should tell everybody out there, you know what? I need to be working on my credit. Now listen, working on your credit means that it's not going to get fixed overnight. It's not, because there's a lot more to fixing your credit than just saying it's a process. I always tell people, listen, you didn't mess it up overnight. Thanks for sharing it, Jack. You're not going to fix it overnight. But with time and patience, it can be done. My company have cleaned up over, I don't know, maybe 200-300 credit reports since we've been doing this. We've gotten so many people who were in the low 400s, 500s, up to the 700s. But we didn't do it overnight. It was time. It was patience. right? But we got them there. We always, encourage them. We're going to get you to 700. We're going to show you how to build positive credit. We're going to delete the negative items. And then if we see any violations, we're going to get you some money back. And that's what makes my company stands out from other credit repair companies. Not too many that I know have lawyers connected to it where they're getting you money back. But like I said, we've gotten over $40,000 in the last 2 years paid out to different clients. Some were getting $3,000, $2,000, $1,000, $600. They were getting checks though. And I don't know if I have any on this live right now, but if anybody in here that was a client of mine that got that $1,000 check, just type in the word, I did. I mean, that's up to you though. That's up to you, right? But if you know someone that was a client of mine, just say, I know someone who got $1,000 from your company, all right? So listen, it's all about understanding what your rights are, knowing what letters to write in the comments, knowing what to put in the law. And we've been at this for some time now. Now, anybody can clean up their credit. If you put the time and work in, you can clean it up. Unfortunately, many people don't have the time, the patience to do the follow-up letters, to understand what the credit bureaus are saying when they send them information. It seems like they're not going to help them anymore. We know how to get through all of that. My company, which is called the Faithful Credit Group, we are registered with the state of New Jersey, of course. We've been registered since 2015. I've been doing credit repair for over close to 15 years now. We've helped so many people who have gone through our process, have purchased homes, purchased new cars, was able to get the loan that they needed after going through our services. So, like I said, I'm not new to this, or I'm true to this. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. All right? And we get the work done. Right? It's not overnight. Again, I like to emphasize it's not overnight, but we get you there. We get you there. So if you're interested in getting your credit repair from us, you can inbox me for more information. You can inbox me and leave your contact information, and we will definitely call you. Right? I'll leave my information. When I upload the video, I'll leave my information also where you can contact me or call me, make it happen. Don't be afraid. Now is the time to clean up. You don't have to live. And especially if you plan on buying a house within the next year, 6 months to the next year, you want to start that process now. Don't wait till you start going house hunting and then find out you need, mortgage people want you to clean up certain things on your credit report before they can go forward. Do it now so by the time you look for a mortgage company, it'll already be done, or the majority of it will be done. And they'll see that you have somebody working with you, which makes the process easy for them because they know you have somebody working on your credit. So again, don't wait for the last minute. Get in contact with us as soon as possible. Call us up, set your appointment. We do free consultations. We do it over the phone. Even though I'm located here in Virginia. If there are any Virginian folks in here, we do consultations over the phone, whether you're out of state, in state, doesn't matter. We'll give you a free consultation. And let you know what we can do to help you out. So if anybody may be interested in a free consultation, just type in, I want a free consultation. And then leave your information in my inbox so we can give you a call in the coming days. We do get busy. We get quite busy, so put that information in there now. Right? So, again, I'm going to go back and see if I can answer some of these questions, right? Got you, Mark. I got you. I'm going to see if I can answer some of these questions right now that I missed. Yes, Barbara, we're definitely going to help you. And listen, when I talk about my lawyer, the lawyer that works with my company, he don't work for my company. He works with my company. And he does listen, when he sues somebody on your behalf, he doesn't charge you for it. When he wins his case, the debt collectors pay him. So he actually does it for us for free. So, even though sometimes we got to wait for him to get through his paying clients, but he comes and he helps us and he gets us his money back. So he the real deal. Okay, let me go back and see. What do we write when we send to them, I'm having this issue now? Well, and I believe this question by Jasmine was in reference to debt collectors calling you. I believe calling you, right? So what you have to do, and it's simple, it's nothing fancy or anything like that. All you have to do is put it in a letter. I am requesting you guys, in the name of the company and everything like that, not to call my home or cell phone anymore. It's as simple as that. And then send it to them certified mail so you know when they received it. And then if they call you after that, give them a few days after they receive it to stop the phone calls, and then you start documenting every call after that. Let's see, let's go on. Zaina, thanks for logging on. I don't know if you're still on, but I didn't get a chance to say thank you. Sean, can you get $500 for each magazine they send you for unwanted books we told them we did not want? No, that's something different. But I'm sure there's probably laws out there about that, but that's not in the consumer credit field. But that's a good question. Hey, lady, sure, all of that. Okay. Like I said, Barbara, definitely we're going to reach out to you. For this watching. Michelle Shinhosa, I don't know if you're still here, but thanks. That's my sister from back in the day. Thanks for logging on. I'm just trying to go through and answer some of these questions that's on here now. Hey, Sister Haywood, thank you for logging on. If you haven't liked and shared the video yet, please do. I'm just going through these, see if there's any questions. Like I said, when I finish uploading the video, I'm going to come back in the coming days to see if there are any other questions, to make sure new people shared it and all that. I got it, Mark. I got you. I got it. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. Definitely going to give you a call tomorrow. Just let me know the best time to call you, what hours to call you, because I don't want you to think I'm to say, hey, cease, Indy Test, stop calling me, and you put one of those letters on me. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right, but I'm definitely going to give you a call, my brother. Bishop, thanks for logging on. You're always a good friend of ours. You know that. You're always a good friend of ours. Talk to you soon as well. All right. Okay, Mark, thank you. I'll definitely do that. So anyway, I got about 5 more minutes. Anybody have any questions on what we talked about? Any questions on what we talked about? Now, listen, you might want to come on. What's tomorrow? Saturday? I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow. Not sure. But I'm going to be talking about entrepreneurship and business owners. I'm going to be talking about entrepreneurship on my next video and business owners, right? The difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. And being an entrepreneur, I got some great information I want to share because I want all of you guys to become entrepreneurs and business owners, right? So we want to talk about how you can do that. We're still going to do one on business credit for all those who are entrepreneurs who have a business. We're going to go back and talk to you how you can build business credit that's separate from your personal credit, right? Definitely going to talk about that. So many other things. But again, I want to thank you guys for logging on. I really appreciate you guys for being interactive with me. I'm going to upload the video and watch it from the beginning if you came on a little late and caught it. But definitely I'm going to be reaching out to you guys. But just remember, you do not have to live with bad credit. There is something you guys can do about it. All right? So all you guys, be blessed. Remember, be blessed. But always remember to be a blessing. God bless you guys.